Hey Sagittarius, this is your April 2023 tarot reading. Let's get into it. Alright, so heavy intuition this month. Ooh, that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Good, good, good. All right. You guys like my little wicked friends over here? Okay. So, currently, you're feeling some stagnation, some restriction going on. You could be fearful to move forward. You might be caught between a rock and a hard place, and that's causing some stress and anxiety, and you're unable to see your way out of a situation. And what will be helping you is having some compassion for yourself, having some getting clear on your emotions and not letting this could also be mental health. Okay, so if you're having any troubles with depression, anxiety, I see you being helped by being a little bit more self-loving and caring for yourself. There's this intuition that will be stepping in to help get you out of a situation. As you can see, like, she doesn't see where she's going. She's blindfolded, right? But she knows there's some swords in front of her, but she's not aware that there's a complete opening. She just knows that there's something surrounding her, and she can't see her way to the opening because she's so bound up and tied up in her own mental scape. So the Queen of Cups is a nurturing and caring and loving person. She's a support system of some kind, a motherly support system. She can be an aunt or a mother or a nurturer of some kind, of someone who cares for other people. In this case, she could be some kind of social worker or some sort of therapist or counselor that will be very helpful to you at this time and helping you navigate your way out of a rough situation that you've been dealing with. What you're thinking now is that you found something new that could be a potential emotional blessing. There's like this newfound love as well. So you might be thinking about love at this time. Or this relationship with this woman could be significant because she may be helping you during a time when you are constricted or restrained by some situation mentally that's taxing. Or if she's not your therapist, this could be a blossoming, you could be beginning to fall for her in some sort of way. So, and she could be a man or a woman, by the way. It doesn't matter. This is a general reading, so we're not getting specific on gender and sex of the cards. However, typically you would read her as a female. Or a feminine identifying person, someone who's very nurturing, caring, loving, supportive, emotionally empathic. She really feels for other people. She really just feels other people's pain as well. And so you're thinking it's love. And below, what you're not aware of is that there is some sort of immaturity here. So you might not be realizing your own immaturity, or you might not be realizing the immaturity of the situation. At the, there also is news that can be slightly, or information that is slightly not as well thought out in terms of, it could be love. You're thinking love, but it could be just sexual desire as well. Yeah, sexual desire. You're having urges. There's an urge here. There's a yearning here to explore a new avenue, but you might not be quite, you care for this person, but you're not sure that you're sexually attracted, but deep down you might be repressing some urges. It's like you're repressing taking action on something. You're not sure why you're repressing on taking some action towards something. There's something that's immature about, not necessarily, it's not an insult. I'm saying that it is there is this because it is new, the relationship itself might be in an immature stage to be professing these feelings, but you do feel like you also could be thinking, your mental scape could be that you're emotionally your emotions are spilling out. You could be really upset at this time because of this situation going on, but you feel like your heart's full regardless, because this person is caring for you and treating you with such humility and being so caring and gentle with you during a tough time that you've been going through currently. I see, but there is some urge here, or you're repressing some sort of need to, desire to explore, desire to express yourself and take action on something that you're feeling, maybe. The Strength card, in the past, you've had to charm some difficult situation. You've had to handle some situation with care. There was a need to be delicate with something. Whether this was yourself, whether this was your emotional state, whether this was this person was caring for you in the past, when you had a bad time before this current situation. There was care there, and there was love put into the situation, and there was healing there. This is also courage. You've had to muster up the courage in the past for something. You've had to have great strength in order to get through something, even to this stage now, which is, it's getting closer and closer to a finalization of the struggle, right? So then in the future, the near future, I see this woman either you or this woman having a sense, that the spidey sense of something not being quite right with you. And so she's coming back in to help you with this matter. It's also you getting very quiet and still and getting wiser in your situation, and being able to tune into a more spiritual aspect of yourself, and really come from a place of inner knowing. Getting back to the future at a later point, we're going to go on to your advice. Your advice is to take action, make moves, get out of this stuck position that you've been in. There's something that you need to take action on, and it's probably quickly. Or if it's a love relationship that you're getting caught up on, and maybe it's taking some time, or it isn't manifesting, or you don't know how to manifest it towards what you're thinking about wanting it to be, desiring it to be. It's saying to play the field a little, to explore, to get out and get the energy moving again in your life. You need to be energetically more sporadic and more faster paced, and get out of your head, and get onto the dance floor is what I'm saying. Again, you can't be a wallflower right now. It's telling you to get moving and doing things, and you're going to muster the strength you had from the past. You've been strong before. You can do it again. That's what it's saying. What changes you're going through right now? Other people see you as being somebody who has everything available to you. You are set up for success. You're getting something you want. Other people see you as getting something that you want, or that you've maybe indulged too much in something. Other people might be seeing you as somebody who indulges too much in something. This could be having to do with addictions, because it is the 8th house placement. But this is also other people in your life. So this can pertain to somebody else feeling very happy or content with you being in a stuck situation. I would hope not. That would be really shitty. But this is also them being happy to help you through this situation. So other people see you as having a wish come true in some way. So maybe other people are seeing a situation more clearly than you are right now, in terms of your emotional fulfillment in a situation. Maybe they see the potential something has more than you do. They see it as being like reaching the end goal almost, and you see it as just being at the beginning. There's something about your perspective and other people's perspective is skewed. Now this can also be in terms of other people seeing you as indulgent, or you see yourself or you might be seeing somebody else in the situation as indulgent. Somebody else is being is being getting what they want. You see other people getting what they want in the situation or in their situation. Um, you might feel like people are enjoying. I gotta get another card because I don't know why that's coming out. Okay, so it's a facade. You're putting up a facade to make it seem like everything is going just the way it should be in your life to other people. And maybe you don't even know you're doing this. This might be something that you're subconsciously doing, or it's there's something here about other people having a wish fulfillment, or other people see you as a wish fulfillment. That's also what that could be. Maybe other people see that you being kind of hung out to dry right now, or to being forced in a timeout or to take a break is a blessing and it's a blessing in disguise. Somebody sees it as a blessing in disguise for some reason. There is a lack of communication here, or communication has slowed with somebody. Comparing the two, you feel currently unable to move forward in some way. Someone else in your life is looking, or how others feel about your situation is that they're satisfied with the lack of movement. Maybe somebody thinks that you need to slow down in some sort of way, maybe to better take care of yourself, or if somebody else in your, if you say you've been having a hard time and somebody else in your life is having a better time, they may be getting their wish fulfillment and feel kind of guilty. I don't have a card for that, but I'm getting like that's why they're not communicating to you about something. This is also like bowling. I get like bowling here. Other people that you might meet somebody when you go bowling. You might there's some sort of wish fulfillment that's going on, or people see you as being fulfilled in some sort of way, and that's why they're not communicating with you as much. And this lady might be the one that's the only one that knows what you're going through. It's not like you, Sag, to be stuck. you're like super long term. You're like the pollinator, like a hummingbird, you know? Like you go places and you do things and you bring your energy everywhere with you. So you might not be aware also that you want to stake claim on something. Maybe this love. This is a very sexual kind of dynamic here. The page and the Ace of Cups. It's even the Strength card. You know, there's a lot of sensual vibes. The High Priestess is also like quiet. She's got like this secretive kind of vibe. You have a crush on somebody? Is that what it is? You have a crush on somebody you maybe don't feel you should, or hmm. Um, you're hoping to release yourself from whatever's been holding you back so you can get back to being able to enjoy the life you've built for yourself. To regain whatever material stability that you have and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And this is also a card of luxuries as well. This is a card of being fulfilled, content, things going your way, wish coming true, maybe overindulgent, and kind of there's more than enough, and you get to really fill yourself up with whatever you're it's a consuming card. Like it's it's Thanksgiving dinner, really, you know what I mean? Like you have so much that your abundance is overflowing and you're getting what you want and you get to have more than enough of what you want. She has what she wants. This is coming from desire, emotional desire, right? This is coming from a place of contentment with the work that she's done. So something that is emotionally fulfilling may not be as pay off as much. You're hoping that it pays off in the physical or material aspect and that you can enjoy it that way. And I think it's a very sexual kind of vibe. That's why another confirmation there. In the future, using your intuition and being quiet and having a whatever wisdom you have, you're using that to make a decision, and you have a new beginning in something. It's a potential. It's the idea that has potential to grow into making plans, and I think that whatever you do with this epiphany, this spiritual download of sorts, it gets you to a place where you finally see the hope coming in on the horizon. Like you kind of see where things are going to be going finally. You have some progress towards an outcome, whether it's getting yourself out of a stuck situation, or getting romantic with this person who's been there for you, and maybe they've been a little rough around the edges, and you see things start to progress in a way where other people are going to start seeing your progress. You're starting to, this is, the High Priestess is also places that are, it's a sacred kind of thing. So there's this sacred realization, this deep inner knowing that leads you to a new idea, a new path, enlightenment towards a situation. And there's a reframing of possibilities. Potentiality opens up for you. You finally get some download, something clicks for you, and you use what you've spiritually kind of been taught or learned in life to better your life in some sort of way and move you forward into success. There is success here. Because I have not going anywhere, not able to see, being stuck. And then I have over here that sword, one of those swords is getting taken out. So the space is, you have more room to breathe now. There's some opening up. There's more room to breathe. And there's this new beginning. And then you have 2 aces. So if it is love, it's going in a good direction. It's at the beginning stages, but it is going in a good direction. I think it's a new path that you're going to love, or the love that you have for certain people in your life that showed you they cared, and that you're able to have some newfound beginning, realization, and hopes for the future. It's not even necessarily hopes, because I think you go from not being able to see any future to being able to see your future on the horizon. Being able to see the future, being able to see your manifestations coming in. So you have success in whatever you've been putting together, that you've gotten out of your, all the work you've done to get out of the situation, or you have something coming in. You might not want to talk with other people in your life about how satisfied you actually are. You might not want to jinx it, is what I'm thinking. Maybe it's a bit of superstition. Very interesting. Okay, I'm going to move on to the houses now. First house, feeling physically trapped. I don't know if you've been stuck in a snowstorm, or you could be under house arrest. I mean, there's so many things, like why our physical body could feel restrained. You could have a cast, you could have had surgery, you could have some sort of immobilizing or paralyzing phobia of some kind. There's a million different reasons why the physical body could be kind of restricted or held up. I mean, you literally could be in an apartment that's too small for you and you feel like you're claustrophobic. This is also claustrophobia here. Overcoming some kind of phobia. I don't have the devil card, but it's what I'm getting. So physical body, feeling unable to move. You could feel like numb somewhere. There could be a numbness. There could be, you could also have pins and needles of some kind. Um, Temporary paralysis. I mean, hopefully not paralysis of any kind of part of your body. This is also you're not being able to see that well where you're going, and so you need to have your eyes checked. Um, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just reading the cards. So this is a general reading. It's not gospel of any kind. And I just, so don't worry yourself. But this is something that I'm picking up on. So you're valuing the compassion that others are giving to you at this time, the love that you have and you feel for others, your psychic intuition, your intuition about other people in your life, maybe. You're valuing the care you're receiving. You love when other people cook for you too. Or you love this person, the person's ability to cook for you. Third house. Love could come in your local neighborhood. You could bump into somebody and it could spark some sort of, or you might find a new place that you love to go to in your neighborhood. There's so many things that could happen. You find something new that has the potential to grow, that you love, that it has the potential to grow into something more. And it's a blessing in the universe. From the universe, excuse me. Fourth house. You are working on, you're doing something at home. You are doing something. It could involve physical activity, installing something at home. And maybe you haven't done a whole lot of it, so you're having to take your time and really kind of do a little bit of research. There also is news coming to the home that has to do with activity of some kind, or it could be, if you have people living above you, you could be banging on the ceiling like, hey, be quiet. Something like that. Or you meet a friend in your building that's a neighbor of yours, and you're banging on the ceiling to let them know, like, hey, I'm home, come on down, like in the old days. Giving them a call. This is news, this is information, this is a call. This is also a call. So there's that. Your security. You're feeling a little wobbly on your security. You might feel like you've taken a little bit of a wobble from this situation, but you still have the drive to get to the end goal. You might not be aware that someone else has a child or a family. A child could be their family, so somebody you're newly dating. This is also pipes. So there might need to be some pipe work done on your apartment, in your building, in your home. Thinking emotionally and ignoring your physical needs of some kind. This is ignoring your physical needs in some way, shape, or form, Sag. But this is your energy. So why are you ignoring yourself? Anyway, if it's somebody in the family that's young, if you have a child in your family, a younger sibling, they could be, you might not know what they're getting into lately, and maybe that's somebody you need to give a call to or check in on or check up on. I see somebody who might have been kind of rough around the edges is getting, you're smoothing them out. You're smooth talking somebody. You're seducing somebody, smooth talking somebody. You're getting the courage to try new fun activities. You're strength training for fun. This is also kind of reining in, trying to rein in a little bit of the excitement or handling a situation with care or dealing with something in a more moderate kind of gentle kind of way. So maybe if this was a physical situation, like being laid up from an injury or something, you're babying that injury and making sure that if you are playing any kind of sport or something, you're really kind of taking it easy. You're not going crazy with it. This is being delicate with physical relations, being gentle, being more offensive instead of defensive. In terms of sports, and there's infinite possibilities of fun, finding the inner resources and strength to make something fun that typically would be more challenging for you to enjoy. Yeah, there's definitely there's a sexual note there. So, and children, to get away from the more romantic side of it and talk about the other things of the fifth house. Maybe you don't know that somebody has a kid. You watch their kid and they're you're trying to calm them down. Children will need to be subdued in some kind of they will need physical activity in order to, get ready for bed at the end of the day, or, you're trying to, this is also disciplining children in a way that is not corporal. that is not, that is more nurturing and caring, and um, or this is like calming your nerves as well, in terms of stage fright. This is stage fright, trying to calm yourself down. This is also any kind of hyperactivity as well, trying to calm that, soothe that. So calming your excitement for fun. I don't know why you would try to, maybe it's because, again, you're recovering from something or feeling a little bit held up. So fifth and sixth house. Work will be quiet. It will either be dead, like in terms of business quiet, or not much is going on in your work life right now. And so you're having some peace. You're able to really get in touch with your um, innermost private self. You're going to have a lot of private time at work, or a lot of alone time at work. There's a stillness and a peacefulness to your day-to-day routine, and you might, like I said something about a mask before, you might be portraying yourself in one way to people at different, you might have a mask that you wear to work that you don't have in your personal life at home. You're more stoic and more quiet now at work, or in your day-to-day life, and in your routine that you do. Um, there's a duality to your nature. It's on one hand you're compassionate and understanding of other people's emotions, and maybe on the other hand you're more self involved at this time in certain circumstances, or maybe a little bit more flashy and a little less the Queen of Pentacles isn't really necessarily flashy. I mean, she does enjoy what she has, but maybe there is this duality to you. You can be the empathic one, or you can be the practical and hardworking one. There's something about a dual nature, or two. This can also be having a day and a night job. A day and a night job. Um, work or routine going from day or night. So there's a complete change in routine as well, which leads you to more peace and quiet, which is nice. And then in your relationships, I see you getting frisky. You're very I mean, this is you, so I'm not worried about it. It's not out of your element, but you're getting you're taking action. You're taking action on partnerships. You're wanting to do things and partner up with people. You're really seeking that right now. You're really doing a lot with others in your life right now. Maybe that's in order to get you out of feeling like you're stuck. Eighth house. Indulgence um in the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Feeling like you've made it, feeling content at the amount of power that you have at this time. This is also being content without anybody else. So you might be not communicating with a lot of people at this time, or having stopped communicating with a lot of people at this time, and it's making you feel good to know that you can be in your own energy. It makes you feel like powerful in a sense to know that you can survive without certain people, or you can, and there's something transformation here. There's a transformation of one's desires, what one sees as fulfilling. What you used to see as fulfilling, you may not see as fulfilling anymore. And I don't think that this is like an 8 of Cups moving on from what doesn't emotionally serve you. I see this as being happy. Like it's the next step up from that, right? So you might have not been super satisfied with the status quo before, but now you've gotten some other element added to the mix, whether that be this new love. And so maybe you weren't happy living somewhere before, and then you met somebody new, and it's become something that's added another cup to your 8 cups, and you're like, oh well, now things aren't so bad because this relationship is happening, or this friend is here, or things have, so which has caused you to stop taking action, a quick action to change something in your life as well. This is also being very happy that somebody has contacted you about an offer. You get a loan, you get a credit card, you get this is having the resources, an abundance of resources to get what you desire. So that's good. It's having enough and not really wanting to share it with other people. 9th house, the 9 of Pentacles in the 9th house. This is decorating your home in some sort of exotic kind of theme, like a foreign theme, something from another culture. This is wearing that kimono robe in your bathroom, even though you are not Japanese. This or around your house, even though you're not Japanese. This is like enjoying. You can see the fruits of your labor and then some, and now you can. This is the near future, what is to be, and this is what you're hoping for. So things might be more humble than you're hoping for in the near future. I think you have high hopes in some regard. You're getting what you want. Other people see you getting what you want, but you're wanting more. There's something you desire more out of the situation. Getting a little greedy there, darling. Nothing wrong with being a little greedy sometimes. What else am I seeing here? You're hoping for some independence from maybe this situation, which was not codependent, but you needed somebody to help you with something here. There was assistance needed here, and you're hoping to be independent, or you're fearing being alone, or that you won't have anyone to share the fruits of your labor with. Pomegranates. This is also somebody out in the sun, enjoying the sun, right? And this is the darkness. This is the underworld. This is the veil between the two worlds. So she's at a crossroads. The high priestess is at the crossroads, right? In the future, you're at a crossroads. There's some sort of decision that you'll need to make. And you're hoping that it's going to be in your best interest. That it's going to lead you to some sort of security and then some. I think you do get it, because you have the Ace of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Six of Wands. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. That's boom, boom. And over here you have the Ace of Cups. So it's like ace, ace. I mean, victory, victory, new beginnings, making plans for the future. People seeing you as like somebody who's made it to the top, who's top dog. Winning the competition. You might find spirituality during this quiet time that you're coming into, this solidarity, this sovereignty, this something like that. Your reputation in your career, you are seen as somebody who is clear on the mental scape, is trustworthy. There is this new idea that you have, maybe to start something new in a career. It seems victorious. As the crown and the bay laurel wreath there hang above the sword of truth, the sword of victory. That's good. You're seen as being a victor in something in career. So that's really good. That's where I think this is where where the happy stuff comes into play. Like it's a recovery for sure. I don't have the Judgment card, and I don't have a few of the other cards that I would see as the recovery cards. But there's something here about recovering, or there's no Tower, but I just feel like there's something good happening here. So there's this victory, and then you're making plans with friends. You're making plans with associates. You're making plans for the future with people in your life that you consider a part of your tribe in some way, shape, or form. You could be waiting for them at the airport. Somebody's coming to visit you. There could be a delay in somebody's there's a delay here with something that makes you happy. Maybe it works out better for you in regards to something. But anyway, so there's waiting for friends at the airport. There's waiting for, look at what just fell out of the deck, the other clarifying deck. Again, the Nine of Pentacles and the King of the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Somebody who is a business lady or a business gentleman who's an entrepreneur. You could have a business idea. You could have something that really picks up. Like, you might take a business to you might take it global. It might be world known. It might be it might have to do with like outdoor landscaping, or there's something here about like the finer things in life and some sort of business, luxuries. This is also because she has they both have like a lot of garb, maybe some fashion if you're a designer of some kind, because I can see this as being a needle as well to sew with. So if you're in fashion, then that could be something that comes up for you that's super victorious. You get a claim for that or something. Or people are starting to recognize your look, or you're getting your brand out there and people are seeing you and recognizing it. Making plans with friends. 12th house. Now this is an interesting thing. The 12th house is the house of undoings, right? It's the house of addictions and institutions and hidden enemies. You are victorious and seen that way in a spiritual sense. Your hidden enemies are going to see you rising above everybody, being cheered on by other people. You're having a homecoming spiritually. You're getting back to yourself spiritually. And your guides and your ancestors and everybody are very like, yay, you did it. This is people being released from prison and people waiting for them at the gate. This is people having come out of a really tough karmic cycle, struggling with things that, were kind of part of their blueprint to come here and deal with, and coming out victorious in that, and being somebody that other people can look up to for that. So, Sag, this is great. It's like a 180 from last month. You've been doing some work or something, or maybe that poor person that got that one person that reading applied to last month. I just hope that this is for all of you, because this is so good. How many major arcana? I have one, I have two aces, two major arcana. It's pretty good. Strength is needed, courage is needed, and wisdom. You're strong, you're wise, you're intuitive, you're gentle too. This is going to be a good month for you. All right, Sag. I'll see ya.